All right. What's going on, party people? This your man Griff. Do a quick video here. Just want to just talk to y'all about my day, or actually this week. And if I when I explain it, it's really been the last couple of weeks. Again, thanks. I keep forgetting to put my banner up. There we go. Y'all y'all knock that out for me. All right. Hit the like button, share, comment, and thank you for everybody who's been hitting the super thanks, showing your love and appreciation for the videos, especially the older videos. So I really appreciate y'all doing that. Um, yeah, and super thanks is just a way people can just give you a thanks, $1 or two, just to say, hey, I appreciate the video that you did. Even whether it's a current video or older video, I do appreciate it tremendously. Also, want to say thanks to everybody who's been faithful coming in, watching the videos. The people who watch the videos, they learn a lot. And for those of you who are new, and I've been talking to y'all, watch the videos. I've shown y'all how to find the videos, whether it's on insurance or taxes, got interviews about that, or printing or whatever. I got so many daggone videos it ain't even funny. So get a chance, just look through the playlist, check out the video. If you like the video, it was helpful, hit the links. Greatly appreciate it. What else? Want to thanks to those who've joined the channel membership by hitting the join button down there. Oh man, y'all have been throwing some good questions my way and keeping me on my toes. So I greatly appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna be putting out some videos. This month's gonna be a little tough for me to do a live with y'all because I really got a lot of stuff I'm trying to get done and trying to get things together. So hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna be able to sit down and I got a real special video I want to put together for y'all, motivational video, a compilation of some things that I've listened to and I've heard over the last couple of years and even recently. So I want to do that for the members. I was going to do that today, but I had a last minute run, which I'll talk to y'all about in a second. So other than that, again, just thank you very, very much for all of your support, everything y'all have done to promote the channel and tell people about it. I really, really greatly appreciate it. And oh man, now all of a sudden my back on the itch when I do this here. And I ain't, you know me, I'm old school. I'm just gonna go and scratch it. Well, my back, okay, the back scratcher right there. So a couple of weeks ago, it's probably been a month. Yeah, it's been probably a month. I got assigned an estate planning order, and it came through SnapDocs, which I was surprised, but it was for estate planning. And I've seen one before, but the people was trying to really, really get over. And it wound up when I talked to the guy, he said, "Yeah, it's like a 3-inch binder's worth of papers, and they want to only pay $50." And I was just trying to make sure I understood what was going on, and they took me off. They got upset because I asked a question about the order and the pricing of it, making sure that I understood what was going on because the way the order was written, it didn't sound like it was estate planning, but then come to find out that's what it was. And then it's like, 3 inches worth of paper. I'm like, that's about 300 pages or so or more. I'm like, I said, let me call them. And next thing I know, you're taking off the order. So you couldn't even ask them a question, and they got offended by it, and everything. So I was like, okay, cool. But I had got about a month ago an order, and estate planning, 12 pages. I was like, okay, this will be simple. And then they had a delay, and they had to get some other documentation together and had to make some corrections and all of that. So it took over a month, or at least a month at minimum, before I was able to sit down with the individual and get the paperwork signed. And this was very unique because they didn't send me any of the other information. They emailed it to her, but the signature page for what they wanted is what she signed with me. The rest of the document, all of the details in the estate plan, I didn't see any of that. I just saw nothing but signature pages, and the witnesses were there. They did their thing, and it probably took maybe 30 minutes because I had to really be meticulous with it to make sure I did everything correctly. and the fields was a little small, so I had to use my extra fine point pen. But the point is, there's all kinds of work out here, and sometimes they're going to come through signing companies. This wasn't a direct, this was just me being available to do an order, and it paid less than 100 bucks. 12 pages, less than $100. I think that was a pretty good deal for what I needed to do. There was nothing for me to explain. The person had already went through everything. They knew what they were signing, why they were signing. So there was nothing for me to sit here and like, okay, let me point this out and let me point that out. Nothing. And I'm not trying to take away from what other people are doing for us, trying to train you on estate planning. What I'm saying is, as long as you know how to do the notarizations, that's all that counts. And that's all it was. It was literally 12 pages of me notarizing. That was it. Nothing else. No fancy presentation. We just sat down in her living room and got it done for the lady. That was it. That's all it was. Just had our witnesses, did that, and we was done. And I was like, all right, cool. I said, I like this. No complications whatsoever. So the bottom line is you just have to be ready. Sorry about that. Pick up this uh ink all over my hand. Now my ink bottles just spilled, tipped over and stuff. So sorry about that, y'all. Oh man. Sorry about that. Y'all know how I am. All right. I think we good to go here. Put you in that little container there. That way I don't have to worry about you spilling. All right. Boom. Made it. All right. So the bottom line is you just got to be prepared. You just got to be ready for when an opportunity comes. You just never know when an opportunity will pop up, and you just got to be ready. And this is why I stress so much that you just need to be able to make sure you properly know how to properly notarize the signatures on the document. So if you got all trained to do all of this fancy stuff and you don't know how to notarize, you're no good to anybody. So I was able to get in, get out, get everything done, use my Adobe scan on my phone, clickety click, took pictures, send it to them. Nobody's came back and said it was done wrong. So everything was done correctly. Boom. Um, More and more now, and like that Ron closing I did today, more and more stuff is, I'm telling you, is coming in last minute. And you really got to be in a position to do these things last minute. Oop. I don't know why that did that. The fellas. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what caused that to happen. Sometimes this thing has voice activated my camera and stuff, so I got to make sure I turned my voice activation stuff off. Hope I did. Okay, but my bad on that. I don't know why I did that. So that daggone camera. I love it, but boy, it has a mind of its own, and it has AI in it, so who knows what's going on. But that's one of the things you got to do. You got to have yourself in a position, you know, position two. That's what it is. Told you it was voice activated. Position one. Okay, for some reason, okay, that's what it was. My bad, y'all. My bad. And I don't forgot how to turn that thing off. Oh man. Oh man. Ah, there it is. Let me turn that off. All right. Position two. Okay, it's off now. My bad, y'all. So you need to be in a position to make sure you can hop on and do these closings at a moment's notice. And I know it's hard, especially when you're just starting out. I know it's hard, but if you take the time out and follow the stuff that I've been sharing with y'all, I'm telling you, you will be prepared because you understand how to properly notarize the documents. And because you know how to notarize the documents, you can't go in there scared. If it's last minute, it's last minute. And to be honest, who's expecting you to go in there and articulate and explain and guide and point and this, that, and the other when you don't even know what the documents look like? So today I was doing a live on Instagram, and while I was doing that, I get a notification for a 5 p.m. closing. Well, the 5 p.m. closing, I think by the time I got the notification, when I got the notification, it was either right at 4 or a little bit after. So in less than an hour, I got to do this 5 p.m. Ron closing commercial. I have no idea what I'm expected to see. There's no additional instructions or anything. It's Ron closing. And I'm like, okay, I hit the button, say I'm available. I get assigned. I go drop off my documents for FedEx, call the signer, introduce myself. They said no problem. I shoot home, get everything together, look at the documents, and there's only two signatures. So it was probably 70 some pages, but out of the 70 pages, two signatures. I was like, okay, this will be easy. Got the documents set up. And then I went and I contacted, sent her the email, this, that, and the other. And they was like, oh, well, she was like, oh, I had to go out. I was like, no problem. She had to run an errand, came back, we got on. I think we was probably done maybe because we had a 30-minute delay, probably maybe by 6, a little bit after 6. The point is, I I try to do everything I can to be ready for last minute signings. And it is stressful. I'm not saying it's not stressful, but you're getting paid. And the more you can show that you can be there for somebody, the more you can show you can accommodate them when they need you to, the more they'll depend on you and the more they'll send orders to you. So, I mean, that was a big win for me because I had never had to do a closing, a Ron closing in less than an hour and was able to get it done. Now, of course, if it was more pages and all of that kind of stuff, it would have been a little bit longer, but I got it done, and and I'm very proud of myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really, really proud of myself. I'm like, man, I was able to, and it was flawless. I mean, flawless. Got her on, boom, boom, boom. I think we was done within 5 minutes. Now I did a lot more than 5 minutes to get prepared for it, but once we got on, we was on there for like 5 minutes. We was done. So I love doing the Ron closings. When they come, I take them and I get them done. So the whole point that I want you to understand and what I'm trying to say here tonight is that you really need to be focused. And some of you, as I've said multiple times, you're spending too much time trying to be perfect rather than make sure you do things correctly. Things don't always go smoothly, things aren't always perfect, but did you do it the right way? Well, yeah, I did. Because you can be in the process of doing something correct and then the lights turn off, go out, and then your computer acts up. This goes wrong, that goes wrong. But when things were lined up the way they needed to be for you to do this, did you do it correctly? Well, yeah, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter, the turmoil that you went through and all this, that, and the other. When you and your spouse go through turmoils and you look up and you're, hey, we've been married 30 years. Yeah, we're a successful marriage. We was able to do that. Going through all this turmoil with your children, but they're doing fine and they're taking care of themselves and they're self-sufficient. So even though you went through something, look at the end result. And even with the run I did today, I had some hiccups, but the end result was that I got it done in 5 minutes. And then I get the email back from the client saying everything's approved. So I did it correctly. That's what counts and that's what matters. So I just want y'all to get in a position or put yourself in a position to do things right so that you can get more and more orders, which means you can make more and more money. But you got to sometimes get out of the classroom and just go out there and take it. Watch the videos that I put out here, study them, analyze them. I'm telling you, they're going to help you. They really, really are. I don't know how much help people getting in these Facebook groups because the people in the Facebook groups are calling me for help. And I'm like, okay, what do you need? Help them out. That means they're not getting their needs met in that Facebook group at 40 bucks a month or whatever they're paying. So, you know, this is good business. Oh, and lastly, I guess apparently it's official. Right now, there are no rate cuts until about June because they're not meeting in April. And they're saying it's unlikely that they do a rate cut in May, which means the possible first one will be in June, which is what I said on this channel based off of the information I've gotten from looking at various different sources. I was like, this ain't happening until June. So now you got to find a way as a notary to make it till at least June, really to July, maybe August, because the rate cut, if they do one, is not going to be instantaneous like they rate cut. They rate cut on Tuesday, and by Wednesday afternoon, there's all these refis and this, that, and the other. It don't work that way. People who had stuff in the pipeline probably won't be affected right off the bat. If they delay, then they could be. So that's all. But I'm gonna go in and get these doc preps. I got two closings tomorrow at what? The first one is at 7 in the morning. Yeah, 7 in the morning, and then 11:30. So I'm ready for it. All right. Well, look, y'all have a good one. Tell me what you think of what we talked about tonight. I greatly appreciate your comments. I do read them. If I don't get a chance to answer them, I do hit the heart and the like button on them and just let you know that I did see your comment. And because I really do appreciate the comments that comes in because they also drive what I talk about here. Because when you need help with something, okay, let me talk about it. And I got something that I'm gonna be talking about with regards to the notarial acknowledgments on Friday. So that's going to be real, real interesting. And check out my Notary Basic playlist. Just go into the playlist, look for Notary Basic and Basics, and I'm telling you, you're going to be thoroughly pleased with the information in there. And thank you for subscribing and supporting. Really, really appreciate that. Y'all are y'all are wonderful. You really are. All right. Well, y'all have a good one. Talk to y'all.